Yeah, that shit still wigs me the fuck out, to be honest. All right, let's get the party started.
Yes, sir. I feel like you should get it started.
I'm gonna start this party. I don't usually do this, but let's keep the party going. Hey, what's up, world, boys and girls? It is I, says me, and I am Chris,
I am Doug.
and this is the Generational Gap Podcast. And it is a Saturday morning. I'm not sure of the date because I don't fill out paperwork on a daily basis, but it's October 22nd.
I think it's like 21st, 22nd.
Yeah, something like that.
The 22nd.
Okay, thank you, John. And as you just heard, that is our producer, John. John, would you please say hello to the people?
Hello, people.
Yeah, exactly, just like that. Today is flash sale. Flash sale means we got shit to do, and we just gonna give you some topics, quickly bounce them around, and move on, because there's a shit ton of topics today. Yeah. But we are going to always start with bullshit, and we are not going to let you down. In Mississippi this week, a daycare that takes care of very small children, and I'm going to post this video, they were taking care of some kids and decided to scare the shit out of them. And I'm going to post this video as we talking about it. You saw this. I sent it to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm only going to show so much of this. We got the audio is going to be playing simultaneously, but to give the context to the audience listening, this woman has put on a mask like La Llorona, and she is running around these school children as they're eating lunch. They're 2 years old, barely walking, probably still shitting in their pants and their diapers. And she is tormenting the fuck out of these children, touching on them and shit. And they're obviously, all of them are scared. Then she jumps in their face and I just wanted to kind of see this fat bitch. She thinks it's funny.
Yeah, okay. I didn't even get that far, but to be honest with you, I couldn't handle seeing that kid shake.
Exactly. And I'm just being honest, man. Like everybody I've showed this to, I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry that this happened to these kids, because children are innocent. Maybe they was cutting up a little bit, wouldn't be quiet, but I just don't see how 2-year-olds are being that bad to where you have to do this.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that, motherfucker, I will kill you if this is my child. Mm-hmm. Like, make no mistake, I'm not threatening anybody or anything like that. I know that sounds a little crass, but you don't have kids. I do have 2 children, and I remember at a young age, there was times where I thought something wasn't right at like a school or whoever was supposed to be watching my kids, and something go wrong. I'm the first parent there.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, yo, nah. Mm-hmm. How about nah? Mm-hmm. These women here, I don't know what they're doing it for. I don't know if they're getting off on it or if it's funny to them, but if by chance y'all, as these people who are doing this, ever hear this podcast, you so lucky that wasn't my kid. Because I do not hit women. I don't go with violence. But some shit like that, if I was to see that and understand what happened to my kid, I'd come up there and fuck your ass up. Very plain and simply.
Yeah, something like that can't slide, dude. Like, you could visibly see the kids shaking in fear. They are screaming at this woman, bro. It's right. Like, at that point, it's not even funny. It's like, what do you, like, you're being an asshole. It's like, right. And especially, to be honest with you, if I'm being in the front, like you said, I don't have kids, but that don't matter to me, dude. I can imagine my little cousins just experiencing that, and that infuriates me, dude. Like, right. Especially with Ghostface. Like, nah, man. I was scared of Ghostface as a kid. A little scream mask or whatever. Yeah. I thought that shit was scary as fuck. So the fact that these little tiny children are getting it full frontal face, it don't even matter who this woman is. It's just, that's traumatizing to them, man.
Traumatizing. They're going to have nightmares and shit for the rest of their life. Like, I'm
going to throw that bitch in the trunk and see how scared she get.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? And Doug made a good point. You don't have to have kids. You could see this clip and just be like, I think some people, if you don't have children or any younger people, or for whatever reason, you just disconnected from children that young and they're not in your life, that might be funny to you. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is that if you take care of kids at any capacity, whether you're a teacher, a daycare, worker, a parent, an older brother, an older cousin, whatever, you know that shit ain't fly. And then for y'all to be, that's y'all jobs to take care of these kids, and this is how y'all do them. To me, it's kind of like, bro, y'all got something wrong with y'all.
Yeah, you're not qualified.
And I also, when I was showing it to my wife, I was like, you have to remember too, we always, as we watch shit, we always go, oh, we're seeing it. Never forget, somebody was right there at the table in between two of these kids laughing, taking that fucking video.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's not like we got it off of security cameras. Somebody was following that lady around, watching her do it, taking the video. She knew full and well. It's not like she was doing it in secret.
Yeah.
So whoever was, taking the video was also involved in that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? To where they was like sitting there giggling and kikiing like it was funny. But yes, I would have fucked all of y'all up. And you lucky you didn't do that to my kid.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's perfectly reasonable that you're saying that, because at the end of the day, that's your kid. Anything happens to your kid, it doesn't matter. It could be the slightest little slap to the knee, slightest little hit. It don't matter. If teacher does something wrong to your kids, you're gonna get upset.
Yeah, that's my kid, not yours.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you the story. DeAndre's principal was playing with him and like trying to emotionally fuck with him. In the 7th or 8th grade, he was making comments to him as he was walking into the school. Dude would, kind of point DeAndre out. Now, I'm gonna give it the credit it deserves. DeAndre was fucking with these teachers, and I used to have to give him the speech all the time. Hey, yo, these teachers are doing a job. It's not your job to come in there and fuck with them. They come to work. And their job is to teach you. So if you go into class cutting up and making it harder on them to do their job, they're going to get mad.
Yeah, of course.
And, at the time he didn't work, but at this point I'm hoping he understands, like, if somebody's at your job, comes in and just kicks the fucking whatever you doing out of your hand, then it's like, what the fuck? And that's what you're doing. So the principal's starting to fuck with him because he gets in trouble a lot. He gets sent to the office, blah, 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 blah. So the principal's like, oh, you and Alex broke up? Oh, that's too bad. And just like emotionally fucking with him as he's walking into the school before anything even happens. I found out about it, went up there, and we literally, like, at some point, because bro wanted to argue with me, instead of just hearing me out and going, you know what, my bad. I'm an administrator. I shouldn't be doing that. He was like, yeah, but. I'm like, wait, hold up, bro, what the fuck? But he even went as far as to argue with me and just go, well, what kind of parent are you to come in here and da-da-da-da, bro? I got up and was ready to throw hands with the principal in the office. But see, that's the kind of fucking immature parent I am. Like, I'm not quite the dude who will show up at the school and want to fight people with my kid, because I've seen that too.
Yeah.
I'm not, that ain't me. But if a teacher, administrator is fucking with my kid, you can for sure gonna hear about it. And if you ain't got the right shit to say, then we might have to posture.
Yeah.
But that's just where my passion goes with my kids. I don't like people fucking with my kids.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, it's because there's horror stories you hear in school. Like,
absolutely.
For a parent, especially now, the fact that you don't see your kids for that amount of hours is terrifying, because you never know what could possibly happen.
What is going on?
And even with the teachers, man, I had a freaking, in middle school, bro, I had an algebra teacher. This bitch was fucking crazy. And like the crazy the thing is too, it's like she wasn't crazy in the beginning, but I guess like after the whole year of just dealing with these kids, you're gonna lose your mind.
Right.
She went above and beyond. There was one moment where someone said something to her, probably under their breath or something, and her immediate reaction was to get up, scream at them, grab a stack of papers, and chuck it at their face. That kid dodged it, and it smacked a poor innocent girl in the face for no reason.
Man, out of pocket.
She was gone, obviously, after that. But it's like things like that. It's like you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
Given this situation right here with the poor little kids that can't do anything. It's like, come on now, man. For a teacher, you know your place. You can't be fucking around like that.
No, you can't. And some people just ain't fit to do certain jobs. Yeah, you studied. Yeah, you have these credentials or whatever, but that doesn't mean emotionally or mentally you have the capacity to really do what you set out to do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, we also know, like, these are small children. They could barely correspond the shit that's going on at school to their parents. You know, if the shit happened, it's not like they can actually, they could barely talk. So maybe that's what they was trying to go for. It was like, we just gonna fuck with these kids and nobody will find out about it. Well, whoever had that video, somehow they leaked it. I don't know what the, we'll probably find out later. But yeah, I mean, I've seen some videos where these kids are, in the teacher's face. The teacher done told them go to the office, and then they socked the fucking teacher. I was like, yo.
that actually happened the other day.
Yeah, I saw a video. Is that the one where the teacher slammed the door on the kid's arm?
Oh, no, you're talking about something else.
2 kids are outside the class. She's like, yo, y'all got to go, get out the class, whoop, whoop, whoop. And they still sitting there in the doorway, like holding the door. So she's like, get out. And she like pushes him back, tries to close the door. Well, he puts his arm in there and she's slamming the door and he slams the door on his arm. So he fucking opens the door up and like there's a little small pause. And all of a sudden this cat just hits the teacher with a right and just bam. And she just hits the fucking floor. And I was like, yo, like what the fuck?
That's crazy.
So some of y'all badass kids, some of y'all deserve it. And I understand that, the teachers do be out of pocket, but it takes 2 to tango.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the one I was talking about, it happened in Redwood City.
Oh, really?
Like 4 days ago. It was just a kid acting out. And the video wasn't nothing serious. It was just the kid being a little shit. And he threw some like baby ass punches. Like literally he was like, hit the teacher. And the teacher put him in a headlock and like dropped with him. And that's reasonable enough.
Yeah, you can't let these kids put their hands on you.
Yeah, and he did the right move. He didn't punch the kid. He didn't hit him nothing. He didn't body slam the kid. He grabbed him and went down. Because that's the best thing you could do as a teacher. Because I've seen teachers get into fights with kids. Like at my high school, stop it. We used to have like dead ass wars. I got videos of just wars in my school.
That's crazy, man.
The teachers, oh my God, world star, holy shit, beat her ass, oh my God. Like, oh my, and the teachers just coming in, they're blocking the punches, they're doing the whole 9. It's like, it's fucked up, but at the end of the day, like, if it's a situation where the kids are powerless, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You ain't shit.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Right,
that
you
fat
are.
bitch recording, like, fuck her, dude.
Straight up, man.
Fuck all of them in that video. And, like,
Yeah.
there's no justifying that shit.
Well,
I think restraining kids is like what you're trying to do.
If you have to, but we're talking a physical violence versus just torment and torture.
Tormenting them.
Even with like some violence, bro, like I'm just gonna grab your hands and kind of like detain you. You know what I'm saying? Like
if it's possible, if it's a possibility, it's like sometimes it's a female teacher and then she's getting whooped by like some
6
teenager.
foot dude,
Exactly, or whatever. It's kind of
but that's like the difference between toddlers and infants versus grown ass kids who are just bad fucks.
Yeah.
Well, don't be a high school teacher. Like I respect y'all. I respect what y'all do and your craft as far as educating America. I do cherish teachers. I have I definitely don't want to play down the profession of being an instructor or a teacher or administrator, but you also have to have that fucking couth. You got to have some class. You got to have some fucking integrity in your job to where when some shit jumps off, you got to do the right shit. You can't just, oh, you know what? I don't like this kid anyway. We gonna fight. We gonna fist fight. Like, nah, bro. Like,
a lot of the behavior from kids is usually like reflection of their household.
Absolutely, but that doesn't mean that you can go to school and start throwing hands at the teacher.
But
stop it.
Like as a grown adult, you should be able to discern: are they just acting out because they want to be funny for the time being, or is there a real problem at home?
Absolutely, yeah.
But they don't train teachers to fucking look for that.
No, there's none of that.
Hell no.
Infants, like toddlers, are different. Like they're always learning. So, like even my nephew, like when he tries to pour himself a glass of juice and the shit falls and breaks, they get scared. Like, oh, I'm gonna get whooped for that.
Yeah.
Like as parents, like you should be like, hey, this is your learning environment.
Right. Right.
Like you tried to pour yourself a glass of juice. Accidents happen, not a big deal. Well, let's clean it up and move on.
Right. Right.
It's a learning experience.
Instead of losing your shit.
Instead of being, oh my fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what the fuck did you do?
Some parents, bro, they just fucking, like, they lose it. It's just like, yo.
Yeah, you got to calm down.
They're trying to learn here.
Yeah, make it a learning environment. I hear that. That's actually, that's very true. But again, like you said, some of these kids come from an environment where the parents lose their shit, then they go to school.
Yeah, it's kids raising kids. So.
Yeah, man, straight up. And that's how it go.
Yeah, but it's like when it comes to like administration and stuff. I understand to a degree. Like if a teacher really is an asshole, a teacher is an asshole.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, if you get to the point where you want to be physical with somebody, at that point that you're at the loss. You are losing in that battle to me because I would never put my hands on a teacher. To be honest with you, like even if he did piss me off, at the end of the day, I'm gonna just really just be like, man, fuck that dude. Fuck him. He's a bitch.
Or go
like,
replace a report,
yeah,
or tell your
exactly.
parents, like,
I'm
yo,
not gonna sock him. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? What do I gain from that? You gain nothing but just the satisfaction of punching him, I guess. But come on, now that you're not gonna grow from that, you're not gonna learn nothing new. You're just being a prick as much as he's being a prick. Or them.
I will. I say in my high school, one time some shit happened. The teacher, I was a badass student. I was in wood shop. The teacher comes around and is trying to get my attention. I am kind of ignoring him. I'm having we holding court in the back talking shit. He comes up and this is wood shop, so he has a screwdriver, a Phillips head, and he pokes me in the back and goes, "Hey," and I knew it was him. But at the same time, I was in my head, I was like, this motherfucker just jabbed me with a screwdriver. I turned around and pushed his arm and was like, motherfucker. And he was like, that's it, you're out of here. And sent me to the principal's office. And I was like, I went to the principal's office. I was like, dude, are y'all serious right now? Like, this cat just came up and poked me in the back with a screwdriver. I know it wasn't hard. He didn't try to stab me or break skin. But he still was like, instead of tapping me on the shoulder, he poked me with a screwdriver. Older dude, understand the disconnect between the older generation back when teachers could get away with a lot of shit and now. So I knew better. I just was like, oh, okay, y'all gonna hold me? Okay, that's no problem. Call my mom. And that was the worst mistake they ever fucking made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They called my mom, and who you know.
Yeah.
And you know her as a very subtle, very nice lady. But if you fuck with her kids, just like that's where I got my motherfucking whole mindset.
Yes, sir.
That cat fucked up. She came down to that school and read him the riot act and the principal, and she said, that's fine. Y'all gonna suspend him? What y'all gonna do? Because I'm just gonna let him go home and play video games. You got me fucked up. But it ended up being a blessing because they had no more electives, and I got kicked out of that class. So then they started letting me do elementary aid, and I got straight A's in that because I went and helped the kids at the elementary school across the street, and I started working with the special needs kids.
Yeah. See, to me, that is so much more of an impact than socking a teacher in the face.
Yeah.
Because what you did was you showed them, I got integrity. I don't play that shit.
Right.
You fucking touched me.
Right.
Don't ever touch me.
Don't do that.
Don't fucking touch me. I don't really like anybody touching me, bro. So the fact that a teacher is putting their hands on me, stop it. That's weird as hell. Like,
well, it's one thing to grab a student and be like, hey, turn around. It's a different thing. You have a fucking tool in your hand and you done poke me. It's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, that's weird as hell. Like, you don't ever stand for that shit.
Yeah.
It's like trust me, I've had my fair share where I feel like I was a little asshole in high school too.
Yeah, we all do.
I remember phones got banned in my school.
Okay.
Like they had I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They call these little yonder pouches.
Oh yeah.
They usually do them for concerts and shit now.
Yeah.
But for my school, we were the hamsters.
Okay.
So we had like 2 years of yonder pouches, and it got to a point where nobody gave a fuck about them. We learned how to break them shits. We learned how to open them. We found a way to find the teacher's little thing and open them.
Right.
People brought fake phones, put them in the pouch. That's what I did.
Okay.
And I'll never forget a teacher came up to me. She hella seen my phone. She was like, your phone kind of light. Why is your phone hella light? And I was like, I don't know. What the hell you tripping for?
Yeah.
She was like, turn it on for me. And I was like, no. It didn't have a battery in it.
Right.
I took off the battery.
Okay.
I was like, no, I don't want to. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I don't want to. She was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Put your real phone in the pouch or I'm going to send you to the office. And I was like, do what you got to do. I'm not turning on that phone.
Right.
And she got into a pissy little attitude. She sent me outside. I went to the office. I came back because the teachers didn't care. Like, because I think I gave them some bullshit ass excuse where I was just like, oh, I don't bring my real phone because, like, I don't want to. What the fuck is the point? I'm not going to be able to use it.
Yeah.
And I went back to the class. She sat me outside and she was like, I can't believe you. You've just been such a terrible student these past couple weeks. Like, you and just this just being disgenuine, I guess she told me. And I don't know. To me, I took that as a slap to the face and I was like, all right, you know what? From this point on, I'm going to learn from what you told me, and I'm going to be the best student I possibly could be. I went to her study sessions, I passed all the tests, and I passed the fucking class.
Yeah, let her know something.
I wasn't an asshole about it. I was like, you going to disrespect me? I'm going to show you what the hell you disrespecting.
That's a way better road to take.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't always do that, but that's the better choice.
Because I could have easily been like, man, fuck you, fat bitch. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
like, I didn't do that. I was like, you know what? Fine. You know, keep disrespecting me. I'm going to show you what you disrespecting. And I feel like that's the best way to handle any situation when you're growing in high school, middle school. It doesn't matter. College even. Because college, there's some fucking asshole professors too.
Yeah. Well, that's, if you're in a district or if you're in a school, I tried to tell DeAndre that shit. I was like, you going to get, you in 7th grade now, you fucking with these teachers, guess what? In 8th grade, you going to walk into the class first day, and they're going to be like, take and roll and go, oh, and see your name and go, we was talking about this little motherfucker in the lunchroom, and you already got a target on your back. You know what I mean? So if you really want to play that game, they're going to play it with you the whole time you in that school. Because your name go around. They sitting in there at lunchtime going, you know what this little motherfucker named Whoop 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 did to me today? And if you hear enough of them stories, all of a sudden next semester or next year, you get that same kid in your class. You're like, oh, now I got him. And the same story. They go back to the lunchroom. Guess who I got today? Guess who they put in my class? You know what I mean?
They really are like that too.
Yeah, of course.
And look, don't have cousins. Don't have cousins that got bad experiences either. I promise you, because I heard everything in middle school. Oh, your cousin's with Javier? Your cousin with Priscilla? Oh, hell no. This is Douglas? Oh, hell no. We got another one? Oh, my God. And they all give me the same bullshit because they was fucking up in class.
Right.
And I get the same treatment. I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I got to prove to y'all I'm not like that.
Yeah, I think maybe we're going to have to take my daughter out of the school district DeAndre went to just so she don't get all that shit. She go, oh, you DeAndre's sister?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm already nailing you to a cross. It's bad. You know what I mean? So I don't even want her to go through that. Like,
it's true. It really is. I heard it all, man. I remember I had a middle school teacher that would always clown me every day just because of Manny.
Oh, yeah.
He would always be like, you're Manny's cousin? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm finna fuck with you. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, I can't do nothing now. Like,
it's bad.
It's always bad. Like in the freaking, we have what do they call the rallies and stuff? He calling my name out and shit in front of everybody, saying my last name purposely wrong and shit. I'm like, all right, bruh.
Okay.
You play too much, but I can't do nothing. There's nothing I can really do.
The ground was already, the cement was poured for you.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't do shit. I couldn't.
The groundwork was already laid. Shit.
Just don't look, the teacher's gonna be assholes. Just don't let them get to you.
That's
and
it.
But in specific situations like the little kids, we could you could do something about that.
Yeah. They're getting sued. I guarantee there's gonna be some lawsuits as far as these kids go. There's also gonna be some jail time. They said they was gonna send them bitches to prison.
That's deserved.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah,
I believe so too.
Yeah.
You know, so good. I'm glad. But before we give too many statements about how bad we were in school, let's move on to some new topics and get to this flash sale. Because the bullshit we just brought up turned into a huge topic, which I'm glad we did get into. That was dope. But I liked all the shit you brought up this morning. I have a couple topics, but let's when we get into this flash sale, this is I think the shit that you had was more. I'm gonna just start with one. DeAndre and I went to the Kendrick Lamar concert back in early October or late August. Kendrick is now streaming that fucking concert on Amazon Prime. Fuck you, Kendrick. We paid some good money for that goddamn concert, and I could have watched it from the fucking comfort of my living room.
I hear you. I
had to get up out the house, take BART, whoop, 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 come home late, go to work the next day tired as fuck because I ain't get home till midnight. And now all of a sudden you want to stream the shit. Okay.
Okay.
Well played.
I can't. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt only because he's not the only one doing that.
No, absolutely not.
Kanye did it. Tyler, the Creator, did it. Drake even did it, actually. I remember he did it for one of the little shows. He had it for like a little bit, but I think he took it off.
Okay.
And I can't knock him for it, but it's also like, yeah, it is a little unfair.
Yeah.
You did pay all that money. And depending on your connection to the rapper, obviously, if you didn't want to spend that much fucking money, there you go. You got the live stream right there. And it's like, I understand. Me, personally didn't give a fuck because I wanted to see him live. I think that was he was one of the artists that I was like, gotta see him live.
Yeah, it's dope to see him live. I can't lie. I mean, so like, do you know who Sade is?
No.
Okay, Sade is she's been around for quite some time. She hasn't been active for the last 10, 15 years, but actually I shouldn't say she. Sade is actually the lead singer's first name. And it's a band. It's a contemporary urban jazz kind of, it's a vibe. But they've been doing the same type of music since 1985. I think I was like 6 when this shit came out. They've been making like fucking multi-platinum albums. Like it's one of those things, but it's not rap or R&B. It's like contemporary kind of. It's hard to explain. She has been in that category of like people I would like to see live for a long time. Prince, he died. Never got to see him live. My mom did, and she always rubs it in my face. She was like, "Oh, I remember seeing it twice." Like, well, yeah, thanks. Michael Jackson, never got to see Michael Jackson live.
That one does hurt.
And Sade at this point is not touring or doing shows anymore. So when my wife was pregnant with my daughter, she was. And at that point, it was kind of like, I don't know if we can go to the show. Like, you know what I mean? So we ended up, couldn't go. Tickets sold out fast. We got shitted on. She released a DVD and was like, well, here's the show. And you can watch it from your living room. You put on your surround sound. It's a vibe. It's you at a concert. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's dope the way they filmed it. But it ain't live. And I understand what you're saying. It's kind of like, yeah, you can watch the Kendrick Lamar show. It probably looks great on TV, but it ain't live. And there's something to be said about being there while it's happening.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. It's like when you see an artist live, like I've mentioned this before here, it does transcend your opinion on the artist.
Yeah,
because like
absolutely.
I remember one artist I saw live. It was Childish Gambino.
Okay,
I remember I seen him a long time ago. That was back when he did the Redbone and all that. This Is America.
Yeah.
He had a live band playing.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
Man, you hear them bands playing when he's singing too.
Right.
That's a whole different. It's like your own little. What are them called? The tiny desk stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's like your own little set right there. It's perfect. You see it all happen. Kendrick too with his dancers and stuff. J. Cole, he didn't really have. He just had like just playing, but it's still like it's an experience, man. Just seeing them just perform and go all out and right in front of you.
Yeah.
And if that's the only time you get to see them, that's fire.
Yeah.
I went to Lovers and Friends. I saw all the old artists. Hella old artists were all over there in Vegas.
Oh, what's that? Usher and
T-Pain, Snoop Dogg.
Right.
Freaking TLC, all them. Like they was going dumb.
That's clean.
And it was amazing to see like that generation of artists like perform. And I like growing up, I didn't really listen to all of them, but as I learned more about them, I wanted to listen more. And then seeing them live, I'm like, dude, you appreciate music so much more, because it's right in front of you, man. You see it happening.
Yeah, showmanship and all that shit.
That's what's crazy about some restaurants.
What's
like that? If somebody asked you what restaurant you went to a few months ago, you'd be like, oh, I don't kind of remember.
Right.
But let there be some live music. You'd be like, hey, this place right here, got live music every Friday. Like we there.
Right.
We paying a little extra money to see the band live.
Yeah.
Restaurant, like music, like live music, even if it's not your genre, like
it's still something you can appreciate.
Yeah, you can still remember.
It sends an ambiance too. There's a little spot in Disneyland where they have a live band playing in New Orleans Square, and they serve these chicken Caesar salads. And sometimes we go and ain't no live band, and we be like, whatever. All right, the salads is good. We eat. But when they play the live band, we be there for like an hour just watching the fucking band play. It just sets the tone for where you at. It's in a restaurant outside, and it's an awning over you and shit. So you kind of outside. Excuse me. You kind of outside, but you're not. And there's a little stage, band playing. He's right. It sets the stage.
Yeah, of course.
However, seeing somebody you've never seen before or never listened to before play live, all of a sudden you're like, I think I might get into this shit.
Yeah.
I think even Doug, he said he doesn't know who Sade is. I guarantee you, he's heard Smooth Operator.
Oh, yeah, I have.
There you go.
If I told you, like, I could name 10 songs by Sade, and
Like
you'd be
Your
like,
Love
"Oh
Is
yeah, I've heard
King,
that."
bro. That
Yeah.
shit, that fucking
What would you actually categorize that as, John? Is like urban contemporary or some shit?
yeah, some jazz. I don't know.
It is jazzy
It's jazzy, yeah. 'Cause
because
there's a
like if you
sax.
look, yeah, like Nathan Hale and a couple of other cats in the band are actually jazz guitarists. They play
Yeah.
jazz, but the band or the group is not considered a jazz group. So I don't know how to categorize that, but yeah, they're hard. And again, yeah, if I can name you 10 songs,
Yeah, so-
you'd be like, yeah, I've heard that. You just didn't know that it was Sade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all.
she retired when she had her baby.
She didn't retire. She didn't retire. You tripping? You tripping? She released 2 albums since then. Her
I'm talking
baby-
like she didn't tour. Excuse me.
yeah, but she did tour in 2011. She
Yeah.
did the Lovers Rock tour. Or is it called Lovers Rock or Take Me Home? One or the other. I have it at home. I forgot what they called it. It was obviously just the name of one of the big singles at the time. But she has a kid who's a transgender. So the baby that you're referring to is now a transgender female to male. I don't know if I said that right. I apologize if I offended anybody, but that's what she was, born a female, and now she's a male. But she has released 2 albums, and not only that, drum roll please, Sade is working on a new album. The whole band is working on a new album. There's some security guards in the building who say that they have been holed up in the studio. Nobody's allowed with cameras or anything, and they got security guards at the door making sure, because they had Sony. So Sony's like, we don't want no leaks, but they are recording something else. So I'm hyped.
That's kind of fire.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to actually happen. I just don't know if she's going to tour, because at this point she's like 60 something. So I don't know if she's going to still tour.
That depends on what her pocket's looking like, and if she's willing to do a tour life.
She does not need money, bro.
Yeah.
Sade is rich.
Okay, then there you go. She not.
Rich.
She promised you she not. Then
No.
she's on her Drake shit.
Absolutely.
She's on
Yeah.
her Drake shit.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm still hopeful.
Yeah, of course.
Balenciaga officially cuts ties with Kanye West. We are not going to do a Kanye West podcast, but I want your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it happens. I mean, he did say a lot of crazy shit after that George Floyd stuff.
He didn't say just George Floyd either. Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, Kanye West went on Drink Champs after doing many different media circuits from all kinds of different walks of life, from Tucker Carlson to Pierce Morgan. He also did a couple more of them, and he just said all kinds of wacky shit. I don't know if you saw the Pierce Morgan one, but Pierce Morgan had him like speechless.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I watched like 2 minutes, and I was like, I can't.
It's a train wreck.
Yeah.
To me, I just kind of watch it and go, yeah, this cat is tripping. I got to watch this. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But Balenciaga now is saying, now that George Floyd, so on Drink Champs, he goes, hey, George Floyd didn't die from that cop's knee being on his neck. He died from fentanyl. Somehow that becomes some type of defamation. We were talking about this before the podcast, me, John, and Doug, and we're kind of divided as to say, can the Floyd family actually sue Kanye West or Drink Champs or Revolt or whatever for these comments? Now, let me help everybody understand one thing. Drink Champs is hosted by an ex-rapper and an ex-DJ, Noriega and DJ EFN. They had him on before. They had him on after he started going apeshit. So they figured this is going to be great for ratings. Mm-hmm. I believe Revolt owns Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. Revolt is owned by P. Diddy. So when this happened, P. Diddy cut the episode and said, I don't want this aired because of those comments. P. Diddy is a businessman. He knows his shit. So the fact that he was like, yo, nah, we ain't finna air that, says something to me that maybe there is a lawsuit coming, because if he knows better, then so do lawyers and people like that.
Yeah.
So I know, John, you were kind of on the fence about can they even sue him for that? But
I think that I think as a business, you just don't want that kind of attention.
That's
not
maybe that's
not
true
facing
as well.
repercussions, because the family's not going on Reddit trying to sue these people talking about him.
Right. That's true.
You're just trying to use this media outlet that has traction and money
Yeah.
as a way to like, oh, we can get their ass. No,
Yeah.
because Kanye's not a doctor. He's not putting out like written true statements. Like everybody has an opinion.
That's true.
He could talk about whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's on this platform, you want to,
Yeah.
because we could talk about it right now, but the family's not going to come sue us.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
I think you're just using, like I said, that platform as
Right.
traction to get a
Yeah.
lawsuit going.
Okay, but can we blame them for that then? Do you guys think that's justifiable, or do you guys think it's reasonable that they would do that?
that's a good question. So if something like that were to happen to me, and we know you being my family, John being my close friend, if y'all know better, and somebody goes, man, that fool Chris didn't die from blah, blah, blah. He died from this or that. And you know better. And it's basically making it look as if the way I died was from something or other. Now, it's already been determined by a medical examiner who is trained professional, says, no, this is how he died. And yes, this was in his system. If somebody else just comes out and just goes on this huge platform and goes, nah, man, that ain't how he died, da 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 da, and is trying to change public perception. I don't know if it's technically something you could sue somebody over. We're going to find out. However, I know that y'all would be upset. And I would be upset the same way if it was you or John or whatever the case. I would be very upset. And I would probably be doing whatever in my power to reverse that and to keep people from talking that shit about y'all. You know what I mean? So if I have to threaten you with a lawsuit or defamation or whatever, especially because my peoples ain't here. So you kind of digging at a point where it's kind of like, yo, I don't even have dude with me no more. He ain't in my life. He gone. And you still trying to put this narrative out here of like, he wasn't shit. You know what I mean? Like as if he wasn't a person, or him dying is okay because it was because of this. Like he definitely, if that whole situation had never happened, he wouldn't be dead. So had that be myself or you or John, and this whole thing happened and somebody's trying to convince me otherwise, even though it's been professionally already put out there that like, nah, this is how he died, I'm hot. And I'm probably going to at least threaten to do some shit like that.
I think what happens when your feelings get hurt? Nothing. Your feelings just get hurt.
Right.
Like you either have to get over it and move on.
Yeah.
Because of what somebody said. Like, okay. But I think you have to prove like a case of defamation to like the court of like, yeah, he specifically went on this show to talk about this.
Well,
if it came up in a conversation, people are entitled to their opinions.
Right. Right.
He didn't say, yo, I'm gonna go hop on this podcast show, whatever, and start giving people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There has to be like some type of give in the court system towards like, yo, you can try to sue, but countersuing's a bitch too, because now you're bringing that attention to him to where he has to go to court,
right?
And now he's going, well, I'm a countersue because you're trying to defame me because of some opinions I said,
right? Well, the only thing I can say about this whole thing is, as I just said, Balenciaga and numerous other fucking entities have just cut ties with this cat. I mean, obviously Chase and JP Morgan or one of these banks that he banks with, they basically said, hey, yo, you have till the 22nd of November to come get your money and get the fuck on.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? So, like, when the bank don't want your money in there, it's a problem. You've done some shit. You've taken them there. And I know that Jewish remarks is, that was probably what the straw that broke the camel's back. But since then, he's still been trying to do damage control and still can't really cop to it. And that's what Pierce Morgan had him on the fence. He was like, bro, but you realize you talking this racism shit and you was saying some racist shit in order to combat racism. And he was like, but, well, yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think he donated like millions of dollars to the George Floyd Foundation, like when all this shit happened, like originally.
Did he?
So I remember seeing something like that where he donated money to them. If I'm wrong, sorry, but if that's true, that's a little hypocritical.
Well, but, yes, to a normal person, it is hypocritical, Doug. But we're also talking about Kanye Wacky West.
I know, but it's like I don't know, because like if you think about it, if he's like, because he's obviously going crazy. We've discussed this too many fucking times.
Right.
It's just at this point, it's like we beg the same question. What are you gaining from bringing shit like this up? It's like you're not gaining nothing from this, I guess, other than just controversy.
Yeah.
And if that's really all he wants, it's like making outlandish statements like this is crazy. Because, bro, if you actually did donate that money, what you moving backwards on them for?
You're right. I just looked it up.
He did.
He did?
Donate.
It says Kanye West donates $2 million, pays college tuition for George Floyd's daughter.
That's crazy.
And motherfucker, you find out like a couple months later, he's speaking on George Floyd's death, disrespectfully saying that he died of fentanyl. It wasn't the cops' fault.
That's weird.
And it's like, come on, now you switched up. You switched up, kind of weird.
Okay, but see, and this is why the only reason I brought this topic up, because we know this nigga's nuts.
Yeah.
However, the reason I brought this all up is to say all these companies cutting ties with you, like, bro, how much money do you have to lose, or how much do you have to really just have to sit and think and go, okay, the bank wants me to take my fucking money out of there. They don't even want to deal with my money, and I'm the richest black man in America. Mm-hmm. They don't want my money. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That money rules all. Mm-hmm. And if they don't want your money, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Balenciaga, a very high-end brand, doesn't want to do business with you, and you supposedly one of the creative genius designers of our time or whatever. They don't want to do nothing with you. Mm-hmm. You done slandered the name of a couple other cats, one of which who had died recently, and started. All these companies are pulling, like, there's fucking, he did I think it was LeBron and Matt Hoffa. Do they do a podcast?
Not sure.
Okay, well, I do know that he did a podcast with LeBron, mm-hmm. and LeBron and them did not air it because shortly after he started doing all this wacky shit. So LeBron was like, "Nope, we ain't doing that." Yes. So it's out there in the universe where LeBron's like, "Nah, I ain't airing that shit." Mm-hmm. Matt Hoffa at the barbershop. I think it's the same podcast, but it could be different. Mm-hmm. Same thing. They were like, "Nah, it's bad." Everybody is just kind of cutting ties. My point I'm saying is like this cat is losing it. And I only brought this up just to say, yo, like that says something to me.
Yeah, of course.
You know, mm-hmm. But again, we don't want to make this a Kanye West podcast because that shit is, you know what? He's just doing a lot of shit to keep everybody talking, and he's getting his way. Because I mean, we do something that is media influenced, and he is all in the media. Mm-hmm. So as much as I don't want to sit here and talk about Kanye, he is doing a lot of shit, like his new city. Kanye wants to build his own mini city called Ye Ecosystem.
Okay, I'm just now learning about this. Like when you said this before the podcast, and
why does it? Yeah, the Ye Ecosystem. Like he has a school. Now he wants to build a city. Like, bro, how much do we have to endure?
Is his logic? I can't become president, so I might as well become the mayor.
I guess so.
Or the governor, whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen somebody who's nuts. And somebody brought up a topic and they were like, yo, this cat, Ed has admitted that he was like bullied and was kind of nerdy in school. I think this is his get back of like, I'm trying to be the dude who I never really could be. Mm-hmm. So, you know, maybe he's just not comfortable in his own skin, man. I don't know.
So 18 hours ago, Kanye hires Johnny Depp's lawyer on the...
for the Floyd
defamation trial attorney, yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy. I wonder if they're gonna get flack for that.
Well, we'll be talking about that very soon.
Yeah, definitely.
As soon as it pops off.
Well, she's on retainer, so he's assuming. I'm guessing he's waiting.
Right. But, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Let's move along from Kanye news and get on our shit. You had brought up some topics from before, and I was like, yo, we need to talk about that.
Let's see. I think the one that made me go, whoa, since we talked about school earlier, I can bring this up really quick.
Oh, yeah.
14-year-old girl in Florida State stole $10,000 from her grandfather, and she started handing it out to her classmates in middle school.
Wow.
She is now facing grand theft charges. Thoughts?
Wow. So for her to face grand theft charges, I'm assuming the grandfather's like, you know what, you little 14-year-old badass bastard, I'm going.
Yeah, he has to press charges.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, I was kind of like, there's a lot of moving pieces here. I think grandpa is like, bitch, you're going to jail.
It's your badass fucking parents. God damn
And
it.
to a 14-year-old girl, look,
That's
I'm
cold.
gonna say this right now. You are conscious enough to realize what you are doing
Absolutely.
is fucking crazy.
Don't play with me. Don't play. Like listen, if my mom's watching or hears this, yes, you had your little jar that you would collect quarters and dimes for when you went to Vegas. When I was short on some change, I would dig my hand in that motherfucker before I left for school. This is completely different. This is not $1.50 a
bruh,
change to get a soda.
$10,000.
$10,000.
That shit is crazy. And just handing it out. I don't know what her motive was. I think it was like to get friends.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to be
Fuck
the cool
candy.
kid in
We're handing
school.
out dollar bills.
Yeah. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you got money? Come bring it in. Come here. Come sit with us. Come eat with us over here. Let's play over here." Oh my god, I can't even imagine, dude. 10,000. Like I don't even know how the grandfather is still alive.
Yeah.
Seeing all that money gone, I would have had a heart attack.
Straight up.
Would have died on the spot. Like, that shit is.
Here I come into class with a cupcake box.
It's got to be a cupcake box.
The cupcake box. And then I open it and blow your motherfucking mind when I hand you a G.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a G, you get a G,
Right.
you get a G. It's my birthday. I just want to let y'all know.
Dude,
I fuck with y'all the long way. So here's a G.
I don't think I've ever seen $10,000. She's just handed it out. Like,
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
She's a winner.
Yeah, and look, regarding money, we could do this little transition really quick.
Okay.
Cardi B, good job. You won a lawsuit against a man who was trying to sue you over a tattoo you have. So I guess homeboy felt, these are the exact words he used,
Okay.
humiliated
Yep.
and appalled that she had a tattoo that was inked by him on her mixtape cover. And he tried to sue her for $5 million. And he lost.
Sorry, you paid for this. Like, so we talked about the Nike. I was listening to the podcast last week we did. The Nike, or the artist who made the Nike logo got paid. Yes, it was a shit pay, but she got paid. So yes, you got paid for that tattoo. You can't go back and sue them and say, well, you used it for your mixtape cover. Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
Like, I paid you for it. It's on my body. It's no longer yours, G.
Yeah.
Once I paid you to put it on my body, you're done. There ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
Unless I put your name across it and go, so and so is a piece of shit and he did this tattoo. Like, that's okay. Maybe you got a case.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah,
you just used the
definitely.
picture that he drew on your fucking big old thigh to for your mixtape cover.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, and this isn't the first case of something like this happening. I remember a while back, someone tried to sue 2K for the tattoos they have on the players. And that's their argument. Like, oh, my tattoo is in that video game. I want money.
You got paid for that tattoo.
You're not winning that shit.
Sorry,
exactly.
G.
Yeah, but you got to prove it's yours too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I mean, come on, man.
There's only like, even when you like, so if you go on Fiverr,
Yeah.
which is the freelance, like there's a whole bunch of freelance work on there.
Oh, I know
You can-
Fiverr very well.
yeah.
Our intro and outro was made on
Yeah,
Fiverr.
so you can have
That's fire. That's actually sick
yeah.
as fuck.
Hey, so you can have people design you logos.
Yeah.
But if you pay for the cheap version, because there's different tiers of
Yeah.
so the cheap version usually doesn't include a copyright letter that
Right.
says you can use this commercially.
Right.
But when you have that, then you can go ahead and put it on a business. You can make revenue off that logo.
Right. Yeah, they've given up all rights to it.
They've given you the rights to it. So
Yeah. So don't be a cheap ass.
just for anyone who's listening, just make sure you get those them rights when you decide to open a business.
Yeah.
Same thing with people who make the Starbucks cups. I know it's a lot with like at home single mothers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they make the gel cups,
Yeah, but Starbucks will have your
enamel
ass.
cups. Yeah, so you can't like buy a logoed copyrighted cup and change the face of it.
Right.
You can be sued for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a T-shirt from Reno Guns and Range that says Guns and Coffee. It's the exact same Starbucks logo, but old girl got a fucking AR-15, and it's dope. But I was sitting there going, yeah, I don't think Starbucks knows y'all did this.
And yeah, let them find out. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to fucking pay them some money.
For sure.
Actually, funny enough that you bring that up, there was a case where it's kind of similar to that. Have you ever heard of Nathan For You?
No.
He's just a comedian. He has a show, Nathan For You, and he basically just pitches business ideas to people that are purposely like stupid.
Okay.
So, for example, there was a coffee shop owner that was having bad business. So he came in. And he was like, "Okay, what can you do for me? How can I build my business up? How
Right.
can I get customers coming in?"
Yeah.
His idea was to rebrand his entire store
Okay.
and turn it into a Starbucks, but not any Starbucks. Legally, you could change the name, and then it will fit. Like, you could change it. It doesn't matter. You can change it, put whatever you want, and it'll be your own thing. Even if it does have the Starbucks brand or whatever, it doesn't matter. If it looks like it doesn't matter. It's your own thing. He called it Dumb Starbucks. And it got really big. It got he had like a whole store. He bought out a whole little thing. He got 2 workers for it. He trained them and everything. Barista. They had a whole day where it was dumb Starbucks merch, hats, the whole 9.
Nice.
And in the episode, it's hilarious because he's like, "I never thought this would work, but look at where we're at now."
Right.
And it's just in the end, he's like, "I got almost sued for doing this because Starbucks did not like that I did this."
Okay.
But he didn't get sued because legally everything was in the norms. So all
Right.
he had to do was just tear down the building down. But it's like things like that. You could skate by with shit like that. But when you're doing like the whole jail cup shit, obviously if you have Starbucks' brand name on it, like,
Right. Yeah.
they gonna feel some type of way. Same way with tattoo artists. I guess they feel some type of way. But that doesn't work. I feel like with tattoo artists, if you don't legally put on a contract that you want this to not be branded in anything,
Right.
you ain't got no say in the world.
Well, you probably overcharged Cardi B because it's Cardi B. So you probably overcharged her for this tattoo. You did it. You was happy as a pig rolling in shit that you even did a tattoo for Cardi B, and that went into your little book. Hey, I tattooed Cardi B. I'm one of these. I'm one of them. I'm a celebrity tattoo artist. And then once you use it on a mixtape cover, now you want more money. It's like, bro, the buck stops at some point.
Yeah.
And unless you had her fill out some type of thing, which like, yo, this is art that I'm putting on your body. You can't use it. Da 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 da. Then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
I see where you're going, and I know she's rich as fuck, and she could kick you down some. And the dope thing to do of her would to be like, hey, yo, I'm using this tattoo as my mixtape cover. You did the art. I would have paid a designer or something for this cover, but you did this tattoo, so I'm just gonna kick you down a little something. That would have been dope.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe that didn't happen, and maybe he felt some type of way. I don't know. But everybody got to stop expecting extras. Like,
yeah, exactly.
if you do a job and you do it correctly, you got paid to do it. If you don't get paid more than that, that's on you for either not rectifying how much you get paid or whatever the fuck.
Bro, that's like doing a saucy ass braid design on somebody and going, hold up. That is my braid design in your head in this game.
There you go.
Stop it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, that's my hair, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Shut the hell. This is my skin.
People are out of their fucking minds. We already know that.
That's insane. Like,
Even if you did like get a patent on something, like all you have to do is change one thing.
Right. Yeah, that's true. What was that? Vanilla Ice did that shit, and he won. He stole the police's pressure with Ice Ice Baby, but his shit was, I guess there was like one fucking note in that doom 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 doom. He was like, ours don't go like that. Ours goes doom 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 doom.
No, it goes dun 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 dun. Dun. There's like an extra one or something.
Like a Mandela
it was.
effect?
I remember it was a one fucking note, and all it took was one note, and it was like, oh well, he's right. It's not the same. You're like, damn, how y'all won?
Damn.
Somebody tried to sue Eminem for what's the first fucking song on the Marshall Mathers LP? It was an old jazz song, and he stole it, but he had somebody reprise it. So the dude tried to sue him. He was like, yo, y'all sampled that. And they were like, actually, we didn't. We reprised it. We had somebody else redo that shit. It was on an electric piano, but we also added a couple notes, so it's not like yours.
Yeah, that's all. Like I said, all you have to do is change a few little things.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all it takes.
Same with dumb Starbucks.
Well,
that's how I got away with like the Aerosmith sample.
Barstucks. It ain't Starbucks. It's Barstucks.
Yeah, I mean, either way, like you should, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you've never seen that show, I highly suggest it. Nathan For You is fucking hilarious. Every episode.
Hey. let's not like fucking recommend other YouTube shit. We gotta recommend our
This
shit.
is a show. It's not YouTube.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
If
say,
it was YouTube, I wouldn't recommend it.
if you're gonna listen to anything, subscribe to D is a Beast and Generational God podcast on YouTube.
God, go check me out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna start posting new videos soon. God of War's coming out, so I need to play that.
Hey, we talked about that. What happened? We all gonna start like doing some UAP on, you know, like me, you, DeAndre, and John, and start playing games. And
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've already started playing the Call of Duty campaign.
I already beat the Call of Duty campaign last
Damn,
night.
I heard that shit was
Okay.
fire. Is it cool?
It was dope. It
Like,
was cool.
It's new, right? It's not old.
The only thing, spoiler alert. You know what? Fuck your spoiler alert. The only thing that kind of fucked me up was that there was a mission where I had to drive a car, and as soon as the car starts getting fucked up, because there's, you know, of course, you're driving through traffic in like Abu Dhabi or some shit, and these cats are lighting your shit up. So you have to jump off the top of the fucking, get out on the roof, jump to another truck, take that and commandeer it and keep going. That shit was really like monotonous. The rest of the game was dope. Mm-hmm. And they made sure that they did something, a little something to get you, you know, involved in all kinds of shit. But it was a dope campaign. I can't wait until the multiplayer come out next week.
Nah, yeah. I mean, look, we could get into gaming and shit. Obviously, like I'm so down. We could find games that are 4 players and shit that's for all of us to play online.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it.
Nothing really just came out. Like, to be honest with you, the most recent game that came out is DeAndre's been hyping this game up for a while. I told him not to. Gotham Knights.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Yesterday he comes home from work and he's like, well, the day before or something, he's like, hey, Gotham Knights finna come out. Let's go halves. I was like, bro, no. Like Gotham Asylum or Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight were cool games. And I've seen those, already knew I wanted to play them. I saw Gotham Knights and was like, oh, this ain't even made by the same people. It looks different. The fighting is all fucked up now. I'm like, no, I'm not buying that. Yeah. So even him, you know, Mr. Penny Pinch, he's like, well, let's go halves. It's only going to cost you $35. I'm like, see, but that's $35 of my life I won't get back.
Yeah, literally.
You feel me? Yeah. I'm like, I already know that game's trash. So he comes in yesterday. He's like, well, word on the streets is the game's trash. I'm like, I told you.
So he's like, and I've already spent my $35 on some V-Bucks.
Right. I just told him, I'm like, bro, I told you it was going to be garbage. He's like, well, that's just what people saying, but we should just go a half and just find out, make sure. I was like, no, bro, like, let's watch some shit first or see something, because he wants to play it, but he don't want to pay full price. I'm like, bro, if you're that jazzed about it, you would pay full price.
Yeah.
But the fact that you won't pay full price and you need me to do the half, and we already squared up. Because we got the home systems. So on the Xbox and the PlayStation, one of us has home on PlayStation, one of us has home on Xbox, so we can share games. I bought the $100 pack for the motherfucking Call of Duty. Of course, bro will just get on there and download his copy. That now that I done paid $100, 2K22. Guess what? This motherfucker will not log in on my Xbox to download 2K22 or 2K23 on my Xbox. And I'm like, bro, I'm kind of hot, bro. I'm kind of hot. And that came with NBA League Pass. So I go, hey, what's the NBA League Pass password? He's like, I'm going to send it to you. I'm waiting an hour while the game is on. He's like, I got to go. I'll send it to you. I'm waiting. Sitting there staring at my phone like, bro, my son ain't shit. And he left me hanging for hella long, then sent me the wrong password. I'm like, bro, I'm hot. I told him, I said, I'm going to log you out of my fucking PlayStation,
Right.
G.
Nah, yeah, look, I've seen the gameplay, and all I got to say is, have you seen the Avengers game?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's
by
garbage.
Square Enix?
Garbage.
Trash. Compared to that.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, like, damn near same shit.
I watched some shit the other day on YouTube right before it came out, and I was like, let me just make sure I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I saw the gameplay and was like, this looks horrible.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
There's no life in it, bro. It looks boring. Like,
Sorry.
I told DeAndre from the up, I was like, yes, the idea sounds fire.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a banger. Don't get me wrong.
Execution is 50% of the game.
But yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to execute. You know, I've seen a lot of people go up with some hard layups. You know what I'm saying? They doing all kinds of shit. But then you smoke it at the last minute. You didn't put that motherfucker on the square. So, sorry. They didn't hit the square.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gotham Knights, 2 thumbs down.
Literally 2 thumbs down. Like that's why I'm like, that's why I told, I was telling Omar, I was like, look, bro, game cool. $70 though, you're tripping.
Yeah.
I will wait when that bitch is free because it will be free. It will become $30, $20, and maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
It'll be free on the fucking PlayStation Plus.
Update the game, why don't you? Because there's been many times where games have been dog shit from the beginning.
Right.
They update it. Now all of a sudden the game's a banger.
Right.
Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky, fucking, I can name a bunch, but I can't off the top of my head. But yeah, like a game could get upgraded. You can, it can. And if game devs aren't gonna do that, the fuck am I gonna buy your game for?
No, you ain't getting my money off the top. I want to see you. Let me see my money grow. Let me see something happen.
I think Cyberpunk was one of the worst though, because they hyped it up so much.
Oh yeah, was it Johnny Depp was in that? Or no, not Johnny
Keanu
Depp.
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
They hyped it up so much, and then it just flopped.
Two white dudes with long hair. I'd be like, I don't know.
Good actors.
And No Man's Sky did the same thing though, but they came back kinda.
Yeah, Cyberpunk in its current state right now is the best it's ever been. If you want to play Cyberpunk right now, you will have an enjoyable time. I say so myself because I played the game.
Okay.
I can vouch for it. It's a fun game. But when it came out, it was horrible and nobody liked it. It was buggy. The story was ass.
I saw the bugs.
Everybody thought the shit was trash. Nobody wanted to play it. And now they fixed it. It's cool. Same with No Man's Sky. I don't know if you ever heard of that game. It's like a little space travel game.
Yes. Somebody told me about it.
When that game first came out, that game was pretty boring. There was nothing to do. Okay. Now they got hella missions, hella new like aliens to travel with. You can find new stuff.
Yeah,
it's a cool game.
They said the procedural what do they call it? The map. It's procedurally generated.
Yeah.
They said, like, if you were to stop at every fucking planet, every, like, solar system for 1 second, it would take you, like, fucking 30 billion years.
Yeah. Chris was telling me about this a long time ago, because this was a PC game way before it was a console game, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he told me he used to play it on PC, and he said it's randomized to where you can keep going, and you'll never.
Yeah, it's infinitely generated. Yeah,
I was like, damn, that's crazy. It sounds nuts.
Yeah, you unlock cool stuff in that game. I would definitely say that game is cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess with Gotham Knights, if they update it, I'll give it a shot. But at the moment it's in, no. A game I will pay $70 for. I'll even pay $100 for if I want the deluxe edition and shit.
That?
God of War.
Okay. PlayStation only.
You gotta play God of War.
You're kind of elite right now. You're showing your elitism.
You played the first one?
The first God of War ever?
No, the one that the one with Kratos and Atreus.
Like the fourth one? That's like
that's number 4. The PlayStation 5 version, right? Or is it PlayStation 4? Whatever.
4 or 5, whatever. Same shit.
The little boy wasn't introduced till the last one. No, I have not. But I have it in my library.
That's one game I highly recommend you should play.
We've talked about this with Netflix. My watch list is long than a motherfucker. I probably will never get to any of those. You know what I mean? But I have it on there, and it's in my library because it's free now with PlayStation Plus. So I downloaded it and was sitting on it. I mean, I paid $70 for Last of Us Part 2 and still have never. I only got to like the first intro, and DeAndre will get on my neck all the time. You still never even played that fucking game. That's crazy. You paid for it. And I'm like, yeah, but when I got into it and how they were leading me by the nose, like this, I didn't like it.
That game is controversial, so I can't really knock you for that. A lot of people did the same thing. I know Omar did. Omar got to a certain point. He never finished it.
Yeah.
I think for me, with that game, I finished it only because obviously money's worth type shit, and I had the time.
Right.
But if you don't have the time, those games are very long. They take a long time to go through because you got to grind in them. You got to find all the supplies and shit. I understand. So I can't knock you for that. But God of War, you got to play that at some point. Only because the new one's coming out. And that's probably top 2 video games ever created.
Yeah, no, the first 2 from the PlayStation 2 or 3 or whatever, I played those. Those were hard.
Yeah.
But I just haven't, I haven't got to a point where I finished the last one. I started it though.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, if we want to get into gaming, we can. Because there's a lot of fun games to play that are for players, obviously. We just got to find the right ones. And if anybody got suggestions, we could always look into it. We can always find something.
Let us know.
And that's fine. Y'all want to hop on Call of Duty? Fuck it. I guess I'll spend money.
Listen, I'm playing mouse and keyboard on y'all controller players.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about that. I'm never
gonna be on my team. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got to worry about it. What's what do we have more shit today to get to, or are we done?
If you want to keep going with Cam,
Yeah, let's flash it out. Let's
see.
Let's expend all.
I could bring up that Gilly the Kid thing.
I'm not mad at Gilly. Like, you know, he's saying it in a way that I can understand, and he's not saying it respectfully. But please fill the audience in before we start talking about it.
So Gilly the Kid, he basically just went on his phone, started talking bullshit, and from what I gathered from the video, is he's spazzing on specific black-owned businesses. I say specific because it's not all, clearly.
Right.
Specific black-owned businesses that have been treating him like shit with their service. They're serving him incorrectly. They're being rude. And he felt some type of way about it, saying that, you know what, if I'm going to be supporting you, forgive me, if I'm going to be supporting you, I expect the highest possible service as if I were to go to a big corporation.
Right.
And if you only going to squeeze me for money, what the hell am I investing my time in business with you for?
Right.
And if I'm not sure what the exact amount he invested into this business was, but you could tell he was clearly upset, and I found that to be interesting. And the only reason why I bring it up is because there's obviously the whole, ever since Corona, it's been support your locally owned businesses,
small
support
businesses,
your street vendors.
yeah.
Obviously, yeah, hell yeah, do that all the way.
Right.
But if you're finna come at the people disrespectfully, if you're finna serve them incorrectly, if you're finna treat them rudely,
yeah, then you don't deserve that.
Like, what are y'all doing? Like,
Right.
you're fucking up the game for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you're putting a bad image on black-owned businesses, and it
Small
probably
businesses.
isn't. It probably isn't only black-owned. It's probably just small businesses in general. Yes,
Yeah.
like you said.
Right.
And you just that type of attitude, I agree with him completely. That doesn't slide. So
Yeah.
if y'all are doing that, be cool for real. Because there's no need. There's a reason why we don't want to go to Starbucks to get a coffee.
Right.
There's a reason we're not
Right.
finna go to fucking Subway to get that sandwich. We finna come to y'all because we appreciate y'all. We want to support y'all, and we want to make sure you guys are afloat in this economy.
Absolutely.
If you guys are gonna be disrespectful, come
Yeah.
on now.
Well
You can't
said.
blame them.
Well said. I'm on the same boat. Like, you know, I'll go to a small business instead of going to Starbucks. I don't even like Starbucks coffee. B, I'd rather just make sure that the local donut shop, local coffee shop, little mom and pop shops are doing something and can survive, right? Damn, that was loud. I'm gonna have to. But I guess my point being, he was saying it more of like, you know, black-owned businesses where it becomes a thing where you're putting your money into a local economy of your fellow black-owned businesses to prove a point and to as well as support. And if you don't get that support back, then it's kind of like, that's a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I'm doing this for a reason to make sure that y'all good. I'm doing it so that we all can, you know, thrive and make moves. But if you just gonna shit on me, you know, he said it in that tone, but let's be honest. I will go to a small business until the small business tries to charge me an absorbent amount of money or shits on me. Then it's like, okay, you fucked that up. And if you do that to everybody, then you don't have a business. So you're gonna have to learn the ethics of business first.
Yeah, of
and
course.
if you are going to shit on your customers or the people who want to come in there and spend money with you, then after a while, you ain't gonna have no more motherfucking money coming in, no more revenue, and you're gonna have to close your doors, and then we're gonna have to hear your sob story. However, they're forgiving the PPP loans from the pandemic, which makes me very upset that I didn't try to fucking grab me one of them.
I tried.
Did you?
I tried to get as much unemployment money as I could. Them motherfuckers did not fuck with me.
Oh no, the PPP was different.
Oh yeah.
PPP was personal. No, John, what was PPP stand for?
PPP.
Yeah, it was basically small business. It was personal payment protection or paycheck protection, something like that. And
Paycheck protection program.
okay, and that was a lot of people who started fictitious businesses going, hey, I got some employees and they can't get paid right now. I need this PPP. They was just giving them fucking money. And then later on, it was like, yo, you didn't even have a business. We coming after your ass. And people were shaking in their fucking boots because they locked a couple cats up and it was starting to come down the pipe. Now Biden, now that it's a election time, he's like, oh, you know what? I ain't worried about it. It's fine. Keep the money. And I was like, ooh, Like,
Damn.
I knew
If you had
some
an LLC, you could have got away with it easily.
Yeah, and there's a
Yeah,
lot of people
true.
who like, you know, like they was talking. Joe Budden podcast was talking about crab. He's like, "What the fuck happened to the crab? What happened? Because there's a crab shortage right now." He's like, "What happened to crab?"
Oh yeah.
Cuzzo goes PPP. He said these niggas was doing crab boils on Wednesday. What is it? Wednesday? Let's see some crab legs.
That is so funny.
I was like, y'all motherfuckers is wild, man.
They was at the crab shack boiling crab
Yeah, he's
every
like,
day. No
He
wonder.
said, he was like, what is it? What is it, Wednesday? Shit, let's boil some crab. Let's have some crab legs. He's like, it don't even got to be a special occasion just because it's Wednesday. I was like, y'all motherfuckers wild.
That is hella funny.
But yeah, the PPP loans got fucking, you know, what? Also, the student loans.
Yeah.
Biden wants to forgive the student loans, but the Republicans are pushing back on that, which I've heard a lot about. Controversial subject, which basically means some people who have paid their student loans back are very upset that student loan forgiveness is starting to come down the pipe, and they're like, I had to pay my student loans back. Mm-hmm. So what the fuck makes y'all so special? And when do I get my money back? Mm-hmm. But what we're not realizing is during hard times, some people get that little bailout. The big ass banks, we bailed them out with our taxpayer dollars. Mm-hmm. Back in 2008, during the housing crisis, we was paying for people's mortgages so that they didn't have to lose their homes. Mm-hmm. And that's where our tax money was going.
That's because the bank gave out too much.
I understand, but it's still the taxpayer dollars were still going towards the
Right.
You know, the
yeah, we
siphoning.
pay for everything.
Yeah, exactly. So when people are going, yo, that's not fair, I'm like, dude, you have to understand there were some people who went to school and were looking to make some moves, and that shit didn't pan out. And not only that, but I've attended a school that was just shitty. Mm. And what people don't really get is that some of these schools prey on people of like, yo, make your life better. Make your surroundings better. Come to school. We're going to give you an education. You're going to make all this money when you get out. It's going to be Gucci. The rest of your life is going to be fine. Actually, the school is giving you shitty curriculum, outdated fucking books and shit to read to where your education is outdated. And then you're fucked because you have these loans to pay back. And the school been, you know, they're like, yeah, here's your little shitty ass degree or whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Mm-hmm. And now you shit out of luck and you have money to pay back. So when people don't understand that aspect, I definitely understand with them going, no, I ain't paying that shit, you know. But what I always try to argue is your tax money is going to go out no matter what.
Yeah.
And guess what? Gavin Newsom done pocketed billions of dollars from your money. Mm. So if you really think that your tax money goes towards something and it's fixing problems, you got me fucked up.
Yeah, because it's all just like belief that it's going to be just fucking multiple states hurt.
Right.
Like their revenue's going to be hurt.
Right.
And speaking from a person who's in college, I'm a student, my 4th year right now. Mm. Student loans haven't affected me personally because I was blessed with a grant. Right. So the deal is I go for 4 years. I don't get to they pay it off. Mm-hmm. After that point, if I'm still in school, that's on me.
Right.
And so I feel like that's fair enough to an extent.
Yeah.
And with the student loan stuff, it's like I know people who would really benefit from that. So it's kind of like disappointing that they're going to put a pause on it. But I also can't really knock it too because I don't know what could happen. Yeah. At the end of the day. Right. So my knowledge only goes so far when it comes to this type of topic. But it's just whatever the decision ends up coming to, I just hope it benefits everyone in the long run because college students are always going to get fucked over in the end. If people are still getting hit with student loans and they haven't been in college for years, that's still fucked up. And they should get helped around with it. But to be honest with you, if it's going to fuck up the economy, I can't really do much about it.
Because student loans are unforgivable like loans.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The people that are like graduated, have degrees, and are in their current work, like field of work, need to just shut the fuck up because there's people that the economy changes. Yes. Your dollars change. So they went to school, they paid for it, they got their degree, now they're working. Right. Versus somebody who went to school 5 years later, the economy's different. Right. Exactly. Inflation's different. They're paying for school. The school forecloses. Yes. Files bankruptcy. You still have to pay that loan even though you didn't get a fucking degree.
Right. That's cold.
That's cold.
You
So
can't.
I feel like, like depending on people's situations,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you can't just say, "Oh, fuck that."
Yeah, because I had to
Like
do
you
it.
can't just generalize everything.
Yeah. No, let's put it in perspective, which I was having a conversation at work with somebody and I said, let's say you go to a car dealership and you go, yo, I want this car. And they're like, yep, it's brand new. And you got a fucking warranty and all this other shit, you're good. So you roll off the lot. Next day you go back over there because you got a flat tire. I'm gonna take this motherfucker back, go see about this flat. The fucking place is closed. Your warranty's null and void. And next thing you know, the fucking car starts taking a shit. You can't go nowhere. And now you have to pay for these fucking fixes. And you find out your car was a fucking lemon off the lot. Well, you got nowhere to go. You can't take it back to nobody. You can't voice your grievances. You have this car that you are paying for, but it's a piece of shit. Somebody knew it was a piece of shit, but they sold you a dream. Mm-hmm. Is it fair that you have, now that this dealership has closed, the whole entity where you would contact somebody and go, hey, y'all sold me this shitty ass car at this dealership that's now closed. Where do I go? Nowhere. We're gone. We left. Is it fair that you have to pay for that fucking car? So the people who are going, no, they should pay back their student loans. I was like, I wish this would happen to you so you could understand buying something, being promised one thing, especially by a big corporation, and not fulfilling their side of the bargain, does not make it fair to say, and I know this is America, not everything is fair, but we're living under these conditions and you're paying for something going, okay, well, so-and-so told me I'm going to be making this much money or whatever. Mm-hmm. If that's not the case, man, then somebody has to fucking adhere to that and say, yeah, you're right, or give you something off. Maybe those credits still remain. But you can take some other classes where they're updated curriculum and it's actually beneficial to you to know the shit. Yeah. Like somebody just needs to be held accountable. And all these schools that just popped up, Everest and DeVry and shit.
Everest is closed.
Yeah, exactly. But look how many motherfuckers were going to Everest when they closed down. You know what I mean?
It's not like they had a commercial.
Yeah, and the cat on the commercial was a pushy bastard. He was like, come on, get your punk ass up off the couch.
Get off the couch.
You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing for yourself. Come on.
They had to pay $1.1 billion.
Good.
For compensation.
Good.
And they were doing some like illegal shit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I went to DeVry and they gave me a graphic design program that they were like, yeah, you're going to learn web design. I was like, okay, cool. The web design was like the shittiest web design course ever. It lasted for maybe a month and it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. And it was on me to go someplace else and find the actual fucking a way to progress from there. Because DeVry just gave me this real bare bones fucking description of how to get this started.
They won't tell you that, but on paper it looks good.
Exactly. When I'm meeting with the counselors to sign up, they're going, all of our students make whoop, 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 and within this amount of time, they have a job. Bro, that shit is not true.
Yeah, no, not at all. And it's fucked up, too, because, think about it like this. How is someone paying for a college experience,
right?
And they're not even in college?
Oh, it goes deep, man.
Like, motherfucker, I'm looking at a computer screen right now. I'm using my Wi-Fi to go to school right now.
Let me give you some ups on that. They'll tell you can work. Most working adults are going to DeVry, Everest, things of this nature. Mm-hmm. Or you can take your classes online and you can make your own schedule. Guess what? That shit ain't true. They'll tell you can make your own schedule. You log in and it says class lectures that you need to listen to are only the only thing that you can actually set. Mm-hmm. Everything else, some things are just set at a certain time and you have to log in at that time in order to do it. So if you're at work, guess what? You're fucked. Mm-hmm. So they lie to you. Again, yes, the college experience on a laptop, sure. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, right. But you're right. The point you just made is kind of like you're charging me college money for some shit I'm doing on a laptop.
Yeah, I feel bad for those people because there's people that are paying the dorm rooms,
right?
And they're not going to class. They're just sitting in that dorm room. Like, why am I here? I could be at home.
Yeah.
I'm spending all this money. I could be at home. Like, it's so unfair to them.
Yeah, and I got to pay your Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You got to pay your Wi-Fi. Don't even get me started if your laptop breaks. What the fuck you finna do then? On your phone? Then your teacher gonna get mad at you because you on your phone.
Or whatever.
It's you know what I mean?
It's all horseshit, man.
Like, it's unfair, but...
This is America. Wherever you can make $1 off the people and it's not going to be a thing, then they do it. And they have. as John said, certain schools get sued because of obvious reasons, but some of them fly under the radar, and they've fucked people.
The smaller ones, yeah.
And Biden put it out there. He's been made aware of it. I think that was also something it's been a while. I think even Obama knew about some of this shit, and he was talking about doing it, and it never really happened. So now Biden's really putting it out there, but it's getting blocked. And I do see some people's points of like, well, I paid mine back, but that's very selfish thinking. Mm-hmm. I'm paying taxes regardless. Where they go, whatever, man. You ain't gonna give me that fucking money back. So go on ahead and do what you gotta do. I know this is America. I pay my taxes. Just leave me the fuck alone after I pay you my taxes. If you're gonna give them to schools, you're gonna give them over here or over there, I don't have to agree with where it goes. Mm-hmm. I know you're gonna take them regardless, so fuck it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's what people don't understand, but it is a talking point, and we can go far, far, far into this. But for the young kids who are in school or thinking of going to school, just understand, do some real good research, or as Doug said, get some grants, things that you don't have to pay back. Don't put yourself in debt, and make sure that you do some research on where you're going to go and how long have they been accredited, how long have they been around. There is some things to think about instead of like, oh, that's the college right down the street from my house, I'm going to go there. Don't just fall for that shit.
Yeah, please do your research.
Please do your research.
I almost got fucked.
Really, same thing, huh?
I called, I'm not going to put the school's name out there, but I called the school because I was going to go back.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you work at, this business. And I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, we give, like a free tuition for those employees.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. Let me ask around. She was like, oh, no, I'm going to send you the packet. I was like, okay, you can send me the packet all you want, but I'm not going to sign it.
Yeah, I'm going to ask around.
She was like, the agreement's in there. Just go ahead and, look it through and go ahead and sign it, and we'll get you in a class,
Tomorrow.
Long story short, I asked. They're like, no, there's no fucking way. And then I come to find out that the tuition bill this bitch was trying to push on me was $50,000.
Yeah. I'm still sitting on 50.
I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Let me go ahead and delete this email real quick.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 50.
She called me back like, how come you didn't fill it? I said, because the information you gave me was terribly wrong.
Right.
Yeah, bullshit.
They covered $5,000, not $50,000.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I bet you are, bitch. I swear to God.
You are
trying
sorry.
To fucking bend me over for 50. No.
Yeah. Ain't even finna kiss me first. That's crazy as fuck. Yeah, I'm sitting on 50 right now, but that's because I'm on this whole thing where it's pay as you earn. Mm-hmm. And as far as they know, I'm broke. So.
Allegedly, that's not true.
It's not. I'm broke.
But I'm broke. That's what's so fucked up. That's what's fucked up. Like, even if you file bankruptcy, that loan's not going away.
No, it's a forgiveness loan. So you pay it back for 15 years, and however much you put on top of the principal, wherever you're at from that 15-year mark, then it's forgiven. I did research.
But I'm saying, like, most school loans.
Yeah.
Even if you file bankruptcy, like, you still have that loan.
Yes.
Your credit cards and shit. You can get rid of your mortgage and your credit cards.
Right.
But that school, we need that.
That's federal shit.
Yeah.
Owned by the feds. So let's not talk about it too much. Moving right along.
So look, I think I can give you one little thing that I saw that kind of made me shake my head.
Give us a good one because we closing with this.
Yeah, this is a good one to close. All right. So apparently, Apple will launch health insurance in 2024 that is based off the data collected from your Apple Watch. So, since Apple already collects your data such as blood pressure, blood oxygen levels, your body temperature from the watch, a way to help people regulate, I guess, their medication or whatever the fuck they think it is, their way to combat that is, hey, let's put out health insurance.
Let me tell you why.
So now Apple has health insurance, and that's a problem. Why?
Because they're already gathering your data. So my motherfucking health insurance is going to be different from yours. Because they already know I smoke, or they know my blood pressure, or whatever the fuck. They're going to look at you and be like, oh, he's younger. We're going to give him a better premium. Da-da-da-da. They've been collecting our data for 6 watches now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Is that an apple a day?
Damn, scary thought, but yeah, that's true.
But they've been collecting on us for a long time, man. They've been collecting your data from your phone when you log into your doctor's office. They've been logging all that shit. So they definitely know some shit. And the fact that how is a phone company all of a sudden going, yeah, let's offer insurance? Why do you think they do that? Because they know some extras, bro. They know some extras.
Yeah.
Short of being a drone right above my house, these motherfuckers are all in my life. And I accept it. We all accept it. I like how people were like, yo, the government's trying to give you these shots and put these little microchips in you so that they could find out where you at. Check this out.
You carry one every day.
You carry a microchip in your pocket willingly, you dumb motherfucker.
It's funny, too, because when COVID and shit was happening, I don't know if you knew about this, there was a fucking setting that Apple implemented, told no one about it.
It wasn't even an update.
And it tracked your shit.
Yeah.
And it informed anybody who had it on if you had COVID.
Right. Yes. It was called COVID. It wasn't tracker. It was like exposure.
Yeah.
COVID exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, check it out. Listen, Apple, all the phone companies. As a matter of fact, I just saw Tesla's coming out with the, not the iPhone. It's a MyPhone or PiPhone. Tesla has a phone coming out. It's called the PiPhone. Not pie as in apple pie, but pie as in
PI?
The calculation.
Oh my God, he's such a nerd.
There's also talks of what company is coming out. I just saw another company that's coming out with a phone, and they're not even a phone company. Oh, it's a fucking one of the cryptocurrencies. Is coming out with a fucking phone. Cardano is making a phone.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Cardano systems or products or whatever the fuck. I was just reading it on Coinbase the other day, and they are coming out with a phone. So check this out. This whole phone thing is getting out of hand. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I don't want to be that guy here, but I'm only letting y'all know that they only want to make these phones and put them in your pockets because they got something jumping off.
Yeah. They want to collect the data.
Absolutely. Because advertising dollars, we talked about that from Netflix. Why they going to give you some $6.99 option? Because they're going to make more money off of that $6.99 with them ads than they are going to make with somebody paying dub for the 4K.
Yeah, they'll collect your data, advertise what they want to you.
Absolutely. And they probably, if you
movie.
add it to your phone, then they got all the shit that you visit and look at, and then they're going to put that shit straight to your TV while you're watching your favorite show. And they know most of you motherfuckers are just Amazon crazy, and you open your Amazon app, and there it is right there.
Amazon does support small businesses, though. You can have a free business account.
Oh, I'm not mad at Amazon, besides the fact that, you know, they just kind of killed small businesses.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's pros and cons, because I'm not gonna lie, I use the fuck out of Amazon. But
I know you do, but I'm just saying I'm not mad at Amazon for the fact of like, oh, y'all evil. I'm just saying that I saw a lot of shit go down the toilet when Amazon started
I try to go to small shops, but
it's hard.
By the time I get there and waste my gas and my time and sit in traffic, and I get there and you go, oh, you know what? The website was wrong. We don't have any in stock.
Right.
We can order it for you.
What, you motherfucker?
It'll be here next week.
Right.
I can go home and order it right now and have it here
next
at
week.
my house.
Yeah.
Not even next week. By tomorrow.
Right. You right. I ain't mad at you. That's a good take. That's absolutely true, and I ain't mad at you for that. But it is. I mean, you know. We started this with the Apple Watch. That's how I feel. I feel like they got something going, and they're the only reason they're offering insurance, health insurance. Like, come on, bruh. Health insurance from a fucking computer company?
That sounds fucking scary.
Okay, thank you. So you agree with me.
It's scary.
Where did you go with that when you read it?
I mean, because my mindset is just like, dude, where could this go now? It's like, what the hell? Next thing you know, Apple's going to make a hospital.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell? Like,
welcome to Apple Hospital.
How does that work? Like, is everything going to just become Google this, Apple this, like Amazon this? And they're going to run the world at this point. And, you know, Elon Musk is already doing advancements in AI. AI is scarier than it's ever been, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, but you know what fucks with me about that? The AI thing. If we're gonna switch topics a little bit,
go ahead.
He has said in interviews we need to chill out with the AI, blah, 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 blah. But then he pushes the issue. So it's like, bro, which one is it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. He's on like that Iron Man shit. I want to put the world in a suit of armor.
Right.
Like that's his mentality. Where he's like, he thinks he could control it, but then he has that side of him where he's like, oh no, AI will take over the world if we don't take care of it soon.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
then why
you're
are
a
you
psychopath.
pushing
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's scary to me because it's just what could come from it. That's my thing.
Right.
Because I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Shit could go way crazier than we really do think.
Absolutely.
Way crazy.
I watched iRobot.
You seen them dogs? Them like crazy ass little dogs.
Oh yeah,
that
the
Black
ones that
Mirror
flip.
episode.
Yeah. I don't watch Black Mirror, but I didn't see the dogs, the real fucking dogs that they're making up at like Boston something or other, and they do flips. And then I saw, I had to really pay attention. I saw a fucking a robot that was out in the field with some Marines or some shit, and they was doing all this extra shit, like kicking it and then shooting at it and shit. It turned out that it was fake, but the shit had me spooked for about 20 seconds, where I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I've also seen other things, YouTube videos where they're talking to AI. People have told me that was actually programmed to say it, but they were like, I want to date, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then I want to kill all the humans or take over the world or whatever. And I was like, wait, what? But somebody was like, nah, they programmed that shit. I'm like, well, what's the off chance that it didn't? Because obviously computers don't have compassion. They're just kind of like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you niggas made me or whatever, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to enslave you.
It's because
you enslaved people.
It's
seems like a reasonable option.
in with AI, it's scary too because it's like they're adaptive. It's a computer,
right?
It's gonna adapt to every single situation and it's gonna assess it depending on how smart the system is,
right?
Oh my god, it could only go so far. Like, bro, have you seen AI art?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing now.
So there's a whole thing. Now, I fucked with it too. I made a whole video on it.
Okay.
Where there's programs where you literally just put a couple of sentences, a couple words,
right,
and it'll produce art out of it. So say I could put like fireworks show on Mars. Boom. It'll put me a whole fucking HD resolution picture of art of just Mars with fireworks blown up. And people are like, oh, I'm scared because artists they're not gonna have jobs anymore. This and that, and that is scary because it's like, holy shit, this is beautiful. Like this art is amazing. Like the fact that AI produced this shit, it's like, whoa.
Well, there's also AI music.
Yeah.
Okay, I done heard the first AI made song, and it was just came out of an algorithm, and it was basically took all of the rock songs from a certain genre, certain period, mixed all of it up, analyzed it, and made its own song. It was written by no one, produced by no one, but a fucking computer.
Yeah.
And it sounded normal as fuck.
Oh my god. It's so scary, dude.
Yeah.
It's like them fucking Starbucks machines too. They make your coffee for you.
Dude. The first excuse me, god damn it. The first one that I saw was at the mall. And there was nobody at the coffee shop. Well, there was one person that was like pushing the button, I guess, or whatever. But it was just the arm, and it was doing everything. And I was like, I looked at bro, and I was like, "Does this make you a little worried?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't know. Pretty soon, all they're gonna have to do is just have a button here to push, and that thing will know what I want.
Yeah.
And then you won't need to have a job at all." He was like, "No, because we have to do all the extras and clean." I was like, what happens when they make an arm that cleans?
Yeah, what happens when a Roomba starts walking by?
Right,
you know?
what I mean? He's like, we'll have to clean the machines and no. I was like, no, they're going to make an arm that does that too pretty soon.
It's scary, man. We're going to live like Wall-E. In our fucking chairs and shit.
Oh, that looked fun. Hella fat.
Hella fat. Just rolling through the fucking shit.
Hold on. Somebody wipe my ass, man. I just pissed and shitted on myself.
I got dirt on my toe. Go ahead. Wipe that for me.
Somebody do me real quick. Somebody go on ahead and, okay, thank you. And just keep it moving.
Who knows where this thing will go?
That did look fun. Like in my retirement years, that looks like a thing. That looks like a vibe.
Yeah, to an extent. But then you think about, holy shit, I got health insurance from Apple. Like, what the fuck? You know, my service ain't even that great right now. What the fuck is this health insurance going to do for me?
That's what Apple's trying to do, man. That's what Apple wants to take it. They want to take it to the top.
It's like you think Steve Jobs was thinking of shit like that? Mm-mm. Fuck no.
No. Like, it's somebody else.
Somebody's else.
Yeah, definitely.
A whole bunch of motherfuckers.
The elites, the councilmans.
If they have a hospital, I just need them. Their logo has to be an apple with a bite out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a thing. Look for somebody to take over the world. At least Pepsi and Coke, them big ass corporations, they stay in their lane. They're like, how can we make a new flavor of Pepsi? Apple makes a phone. They're like, I think we're gonna give health insurance. Like what, motherfucker? That's a pretty big jump if you don't think about it.
It is. It really. That's why it caught me so off guard. I was like, health insurance.
Yeah, you had to read it a second time. Like, nah, I think they mixed the story up here.
Yeah,
no,
that can't be right.
No, this is real.
Well, that's like Bill Gates trying to be a fucking scientist doctor all of a sudden during COVID.
And buying up all the farmland.
Excuse me, sir. You just stick to your stolen.
Yeah, that's literally
system,
like Bill
please.
Gates coming out and being like, I got this, y'all. COVID, gone.
Right.
I got this. New vaccine, shit's finna be done.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell you mean this shit's finna be done? Like,
Thanks,
how you know about
Microsoft.
this?
Thank you.
Yeah, no, so the dude who makes my Xbox is buying up all the farmland? Why?
Yeah, like, what is that about?
What is he doing? He's going to start growing computers, or what is he doing? What was he doing with the farmland? And then you hear all the wacky stories about how he wants to, like, did you know that you can't grow tobacco? Like, as a consumer?
Yep.
Anymore? Or
You can't grow tobacco at all.
You can't grow tobacco.
You will be fucking arrested faster than if you were growing weed.
But you grow weed? Yeah, I was about to say you grow weed and not tobacco?
Because it's, tobacco
It's
is
federally protected by the big tobacco companies. They don't want nobody making any type of tobacco. I don't give a fuck if it's your own blend at home. They don't want it.
Yep.
Damn.
And let's not forget, also, they're doing that with wheat. They're looking to patent wheat so that one of the bigger things that you can make and feed your family with when the shit hits the fan, one of the easiest crops to produce. Mm-hmm. They're going, no, you can't do that. So I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
What's the problem? Mm-hmm. And there's a reason. We just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't trust none of these motherfuckers.
Speaking of weed, you seen all that news about weed going to be sold in gas stations and Uber Eats?
Oh, I was talking about wheat, but weed, yeah.
You said wheats?
Wheat.
Oh, weed.
Wheat.
I'll switch to weed real quick.
Yeah, I see that.
They going to sell weed in gas stations and Uber Eats.
Because they can tax it, bro.
Yeah.
They can tax it.
What the fuck?
I was waiting for that to come. Once you can tax something, oh yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about tobacco and the big tobacco companies?
What?
They own like the food companies too.
Yes.
Like
yes.
Kraft,
Really?
General
I didn't even
Foods,
know that.
Jello, Oscar Mayer, and like a few other ones.
Right. Yeah, no, they get their money.
Like
don't
so,
fuck
even
around.
though you don't support cigarettes, when
You
you buy
still
them
support
Kraft
cigarettes.
singles for your kids' lunches,
Yeah.
you supporting cigarettes.
Damn.
Gonna
It's
roll
fucking
that.
crazy.
Yeah. Whatever. We getting back. I told y'all, man. Sometimes we talk this conspiracy theory, that conspiracy theory shit. They're gonna start coming for us. They're gonna start.
We're going to knock on our door one day.
yeah.
It's going to be Apple
Or-
headquarters.
Listen,
like,
don't kill
yeah,
us.
we're talking
Just give
about
us some
health
money so we'll
insurance.
stop.
Yeah, if you pay us, we'll stop talking all this
straight
shit.
up.
Be like, yeah, I love Apple.
Oh, yeah.
New Apple health insurance. I got mine. You better get yours. Ding.
That was easy. Let me see. What's
at
my
that.
blood pressure looking like?
Ooh.
I'm waiting for Samsung insurance.
On right now, too. You already setting yourself up. You already setting yourself up. Look,
Apple.
Look, they're like, hold up. His heart rate is going a little fast right now talking
Exactly,
about this
yeah, you're
shit. Let's
talking
put a
that.
stop to it.
Yeah.
Electrocute your ass.
They already hear me talking about them. I'm just playing. It's good.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Everything's good.
Allegedly, this is a joke. We're good.
Allegedly.
You got to talk into your wrist.
Yeah.
Turn it the other way.
I still
No,
love
the
y'all
inside of your
motherfuckers.
wrist.
I will never get a Samsung. You see what Samsung's doing?
No, I got a Samsung. Fuck that.
You ain't see the screens that are going up and like their screens are like opening up now. So say for example, you got a phone like this. Mm-hmm. Their shit's starting to go and just opening up like an iPad.
Word?
I swear to God. And I don't know like how reliable or like how like safe that is for your technology, but that's fucking crazy.
Bro, listen, I
If
fuck
that's
with
the net.
Samsung right now. Tough.
I do.
Never had an iPhone ever.
Yeah.
I think that's like that's hype.
That's crazy. I thought
Like
it was
I got
insane.
100 times zoom.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm running Note 20 Ultra 5G, and I'm gonna get the S22 5G
I got the
Ultra.
S21 Ultra.
I'm gonna get one. As long as it's got this little pen right here, I fuck with it. But my iPhone is
Note 20
more-
is the last one with the pen, the stylus. That's incorporated into the phone.
no,
So, yes.
no,
You can buy the stylus.
no.
Bro, I'm telling you.
No,
The Note 20 is the last phone to have a stylus built into it.
no.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you right now. I sit next to somebody in class and I'm jealous as fuck of his S22. And he has the fucking stylus. And my teacher has one too.
Does it go inside the phone?
Yeah, just like this one. It just pops into
well,
this
see,
little pocket.
listen, the S22 wasn't around when I bought mine.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
But as far as the Note is what I'm saying.
yes, that's why they got rid of the Note and they incorporated it into the S series.
The Note 20 is the last phone that has expandable storage, though.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to
I was
see.
hot about that.
That's
because I
right.
had a Note 10.
okay.
And I was like, ooh. Like, putting a 256 gig little hard drive into my phone was nice.
Right.
Because I was able to transfer videos and do some
Yeah.
editing and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Very simply. Now it's a fucking process.
Right. Well, I mean, but it's no different than these fucking iPhones because they make it to where you only get a certain amount of storage.
We had to pay for the premium.
Right. You got to get the big phone in order to get the high storage. So it's, it's a game. Fuck these cats, man.
Yeah. If I was wrong about it being Samsung, it could have been another phone company. But yeah, I did see a video of just the phone literally going from a phone to an iPad type shit.
Is it fair to say that Samsung is like leading the ingenuity in phones?
Definitely.
Yeah.
The iPhone.
And iPhone has just
everything.
maintained their name.
iPhone maintains their customer support and, shit like that. Like, if I can say one thing about iPhone, if you've bought it and it's yours, you didn't buy it third party or some shit, you can definitely call them and go, yo, my phone's acting stupid. And they'll try to walk you through that shit. And you'll sit there on the phone for an hour and a half with somebody who has now taken hold of your phone remotely and is trying to figure out what's going on.
That happened to my last phone.
Yeah. So, I mean, I give them the customer support they do. But I feel like if I'm being honest, this 11 is no different than the 14.
Oh, 100%. No. I believe.
Just a little camera.
I could agree with you. Yeah. It's just their customer support is good, and Samsung is obviously the wave starters of everything because iPhone has bitten damn near everything off of them.
Yeah.
With the new, like for example, my old iPhone, I had the 12 as well.
Yeah.
My shit was like fucked up. Like I couldn't even fucking use like my cellular data. Like
Right.
my shit was so fucked up. It would turn off on its own. I called them up. I was like, hey, what the fuck is going on my phone?
Right.
They let me send it back. They sent me a whole new phone.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I
And I
mean,
was like,
but that's because it's a $10 phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They'll charge you a G or $1,200 for it, but it's only $10 to make in some small sweatshop somewhere overseas.
Some poor little kid, man.
Cold-blooded.
Made this fucking phone.
But we can't live without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is America. Remember, we
All
said
right.
this.
Well, this is a generational sad podcast. We just get all kinds
You
of...
started on kids and you ended on kids.
Yeah. And
cold morning.
started on kids, ended on kids. It's cold.
cold morning.
Cold-blooded. It was cold as ice. That's it.
That's fine.
I think this was like maybe an hour and a half still, even though we was trying to flash sale this motherfucker. We still did not get to
This
it.
is not a flash sale. You're at an hour
was
and
not.
45.
God damn, we went more than last time. What the fuck?
I got a flash sale. This is a
that
2-day garage
two-day
sale.
garage.
God damn.
Saturday and Sunday.
Hey, nah,
They don't even fucking pack the shit up. They just leave it outside overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I got too much shit.
I trust you will not come and steal our shit, please.
Well, then let's get these people out of here, man.
For
You want to
sure.
do the honors, or should I?
I can do the honors. I'm
Go ahead, man.
as long as y'all understand. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow D is a Beast on YouTube,
Thank you.
as well as the Generational Gap Podcast. And make sure you get your notification bell on so every week when we drop, you will be notified. Make sure that you download us on all the streaming platforms, whatever one you choose for your podcast. And weekly episodes are dropped. Make sure you download and subscribe to us on your, Apple Podcast, should I dare to say?
Yeah.
Just, wherever you listen to your shit, make sure you got us on there. Yeah, man. I mean, fuck with us. And more to come. But for this week, for myself, for Doug, and for my man John, we would like to sincerely thank y'all for fucking with us. And we're going to see you next week.
Take care now.
Peace.